Hi friends, how are you all today? Welcome back to your own YouTube channel, Ask Your Gynecologist. You can also follow me on my Instagram handle, sonal.parihar.33. So what is today's topic? The topics come from you all. So today's request is a video on stem cell banking. Now what are stem cells? Stem cells are the multipotent cells which are found in the fetus, that is the baby. Now when the baby is developing inside the mother's womb, it is a single cell when it actually comes inside the uterus. So from a single cell it has developed into a multicellular organism which has different organs like bones, cartilage, heart, lungs, liver, kidney, brain. So how come it is happening? It is because of that single cell's capacity to develop into different organs, and that capacity, that is why the cell is known as multipotent. That is, it has a potency to develop into multiple organs. So this particular quality of a stem cell is used to cure diseases. When the baby is born, the placenta and the cord, you understand the placenta, which attaches the mother and the baby together. And there is this cord, a thin cord, which comes from the placenta. It derives blood from the mother and transfers it to the baby. So till the baby is inside the mother's womb, that particular cord attaches the baby from the umbilicus to the mother's womb. As soon as the baby comes out, we cut the cord. So for 10 to 15 minutes, that blood is still there in the cord. It normally goes thrown away. But if we actually collect it at that time in a special container and send it to the bank where it is stored, it is processed and stored, then these stem cells can be extracted from the blood and then they can be stored for 30 years or even 40 years, 50 years, depending upon the scheme that you take. It is just like opening a savings account. You are basically opening a savings account for your baby, for your family, because these cells are multipotent cells and can be used to cure diseases like leukemia, lymphomas, multiple myeloma. All these blood cancer diseases have been given an approval by the FDA, and the stem cells have actually been proved to be very useful for that. Now coming to the other diseases like diabetes, like thyroid disorders, like cerebral palsies, autism, these are the diseases on which the research is still going on. We still don't have an approval as such, but the scientists working on these have very good feedback. They really have high hopes that the stem cells are definitely going to work in these diseases as well. Now coming to cord tissue banking. Now many people have actually started asking what is the difference between cord blood and cord tissue banking. So that particular umbilical cord which is cut from the baby's, which separates the baby and the mother, you can extract blood from that because within 15 minutes the blood can be easily extracted and stored. But there is some tissue inside. If you cut it open, then there is some tissue which lines the capillaries and the blood vessels inside. It acts as a protection. It has fat, it has some cells. Now these cells are also multipotent cells, but these cells are mesenchymal cells. These are not blood cells. So these cells can develop into some particular types of tissues like nervous system tissues, like bone, like cartilage, like muscles. So these can be later on used to cure diseases of the nervous system, of the bone, of the muscles. Again, research is going on. So all we have to do is to consult a doctor, and then you can consult the person working for that company. There are many companies which are working and collecting cord blood as well as cord tissue. So you can call them at home. They are easily available. They will tell you the schemes, whatever is available. Of course, there will be some payment like processing and storing payment, just like when you open a savings account, you pay installments. Similarly, you will be paying some installments that will be detailed to you by the different people, the company people. If you like it, you just have to say yes to the doctor and to the company. The doctor will make sure that when you are coming in for the delivery, then the doctor has to inform the company people, because they will come and they will basically collect the blood whenever you deliver, whether it's 2 a.m. at night or 6 a.m. in the morning. It is their duty. So as soon as the baby delivers, the cord is separated, the placenta is separated, the cord is cut, then it is moved to a separate room where these people, they collect blood from the cord, they collect tissue if you have given your approval for that, and then they take it immediately to the processing room in their lab, and then it gets transferred into the storage bag wherever they store it. Now it's up to you whether you actually store it just for your use, just for your own family's use, or you do a community banking. What is the difference between personal and community banking? Personal banking means you're storing it for yourself. If it is not used, then of course after 30 to 50 years you can easily give an approval to throw it. So you just have to keep paying installments till then. Community banking, you can open it to the public. People who do not have such bankings available and they are suffering from some blood cancers or some diseases, which can be cured because these cells which are derived from the cord tissue are HLA typed and then they are stored. So we easily know which match is possible. So if at all you want to do community banking, you can always talk to the company people. Some companies have started community banking as well. So I think that's all for today. That is all you need to know about stem cell banking and cord tissue banking. If you still have any queries, please put a comment in the comment box and I will definitely answer. So bye for now, take care, and I shall be back again with a new video. Bye.